What's going on, all my fantasy football fans out there? Welcome to my channel. It's Waiver Wire Queen. Today I am going to talk about some takeaways from week 1 in fantasy football, and then I'm going to give some solutions on some of these takeaways. Some good, some bad, some ugly. But nonetheless, let's jump right into it. Denver running back Melvin Gordon and Javonte Williams will split carries. All right. I expected at some point this year Williams may take the lead, may take over completely. Williams had more carries than Gordon, 14 to 11. However, Gordon, he had that big play against the Giants. Quarterback stability is really going to help the Denver Broncos this year. All of those skilled players are going to have a really nice year with Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. Possibly may make the playoffs, okay? They may secure one of those wild card seeds in the playoffs because they really look good on both sides of the ball. They have a solid team. The only thing they needed was a quarterback, and they got that quarterback. So does Waiver Wire Queen have any recommendations or solutions? I got my little GM hat on. Hell to the no. Keep on starting Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. Do not get cute. Start Teddy Bridgewater. Continue to run the football with both of your running backs and get all of those weapons you have involved. Fant, Sutton, you got Hamler, Patrick, when Jerry Jeudy returns. Get those guys involved and continue to play good football. All right? Jalen Hurts is the real deal. Hell yeah, Jalen Hurts is the real deal. I wasn't high on Jalen Hurts. I know he played against a terrible Atlanta Falcons team, but he looked like he worked. He put in the work this summer. He's going to make everyone think that, hey, Alabama quarterbacks are for real. And so far, what we're seeing from the Alabama quarterbacks who are starting currently, those guys are for real. They are the real deal, those three. Philly wasn't expecting what they did to the Falcons. However, we should have expected it because the Falcons is just really haven't been the same since they lost that Super Bowl. We'll talk more about that later. So Jalen Hurts, my recommendation is to continue to work hard and improve, and you will continue to go in this direction and continue to be the starting quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles because you have the talent. You definitely have the drive, and you put in the work. So sky's the limit. All right. James Conner got more carries than Chase Edmonds. However, Chase Edmonds outplayed Conner with 106 total yards. Conner averaged 3.1 yards per carry. He had 16 carries. Chase Edmonds is the back that I want out of those two in Arizona, especially if I am in a PPR league. I want Chase Edmonds on my side, okay? I want him on my team. Conner, you can handcuff him and Edmonds if you like. However, I'm just going with Edmonds. All right, GM hat. I want to see some more Chase Edmonds on the field, okay? So, Arizona, make it happen. More Chase Edmonds on the football field. Get him some more touches. All right. That's from Waiver Wire. The wide receivers from this draft class played their asses off this week. They all looked great. Okay. Jamar Chase looked good. He looked really, really good. Devontae Smith had a hell of a game. Okay. These young wide receivers, most of them really played well, and I'm excited to continue to see what they're going to do throughout this season because just like last year's draft class, this class is super talented with wide receivers, and guess what? They are going to continue to play well and develop and make Waiver Wire Queen's fantasy football teams look good. All right. Jamar Chase found his hands and looked impressive. Keep improving and making the haters look bad, okay? He proved all the haters wrong. I think most people were sleeping on him this week because we were expecting him to come out there, drop the football. No, he had a really good game, and I expect more of that. So if you were second guessing whether you should start him or what to do with him, start him with confidence. He is the real deal. Yes, LSU, stand up. He's the real deal. CeeDee Lamb is the Dallas Cowboys' #1 wide receiver. CeeDee, stay humble and continue to focus. He's a humble young man. He is really, really good. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is CeeDee Lamb, and he is the Cowboys' #1 wide receiver. You're going to see that this year. You're going to see why everyone was saying the Raiders were out their goddamn mind for not going with CeeDee Lamb and instead went with Henry Ruggs. CeeDee Lamb should have been the wide receiver off the board first in that draft. However, nonetheless, CeeDee Lamb is a Cowboy, and he is damn good. And I expect him to have a career year because Dak is back. That rhymed, y'all. Dak is back. And Waiver Wire Queen solutions, there are no solutions to this. Just keep on getting CeeDee Lamb the ball. That is all I have to say about that. All right, y'all, let's go. Andy Dalton looked terrible, and Justin Fields should be starting by Game 5. Waiver Wire Queen solution? Get Justin Fields on the field sooner than Game 5. I know they let him come in there. No, we want to see him now. Andy Dalton looked really, 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 really bad and is not going to get any better. So your team is in rebuild. You gave away some draft capital for Justin Fields. Put him in the game because Andy Dalton is not, it's not what's up. He's not looking good out there. Gronk is back and played like a top 10 tight end in the NFL. I don't think a lot of people were expecting that. I know I was sleeping on Gronk, but you can expect more of what you witnessed in week 1 against the Cowboys from Gronk. He is back in shape. He is playing. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers want to repeat. And when you have Tom Brady and Gronk, you have that duo, they're going to be connecting all season long. So if you drafted Gronk, kudos to you. If you traded for him, great. He's never been on a wire, so you won't have a chance to pick him up. And the only solutions I have is keep on getting Gronk the ball. That's what I'm talking about. And I don't even need to say that because Tom Brady is going to look for Gronk because they have that rapport. They've been playing together for years. So kudos to Gronk. People, whoever was sleeping on him, including myself, and this year in fantasy, wake up. I'm up, y'all. I'm wide awake on Gronk, all right? I wish I had some stock in Gronk in fantasy. I don't. And now, if you're trying to trade for him, somebody's going to tax you. Okay. Cincinnati Bengals is incapable of protecting Joe Burrow. Joe was running for his life. Sometimes he got hit. I was like, damn. Like, I love the fact that they got Jamar Chase, but they probably should have went and drafted offensive line to protect the franchise. So what are my recommendations for the Cincinnati Bengals? Get some offensive line help for your franchise quarterback before he gets hurt, okay? He's not going to be able to sustain all of those hits all year long and for his career. So get some O-line help to protect and secure the franchise. He's the franchise, okay? This is your franchise quarterback. We don't want your franchise quarterback, a young quarterback too, get knocked around where he may lose confidence. So protect your franchise quarterback. Atlanta Falcons still haven't recovered from the Super Bowl loss to the Patriots. It's time to move on from Matt Ryan. That is my only solution. Move on from Matt Ryan and change your name because guess what? Y'all still living in the shadow of that loss to the Patriots. It's like y'all, it's the curse. It must be because they haven't been the same ever since. And there's new personnel on that team. Obviously, new coaching staff. Get rid of Matt. That's the first thing. And then if that ain't working, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Come on, Falcons now. Get it together. Y'all giving out early Christmas gifts already, and we only 1 week in the season. All right. And teams with starting quarterback issues. Number one, my New York Giants. My solution, my recommendation is the New York Giants need to realize Daniel Jones is not a franchise starting quarterback in the NFL, and the experiment is over. And they need to realize that this season, so when the offseason occurs and the draft comes up, they can secure a starting quarterback who has potential to be a franchise quarterback, because it's not going to work. You have the weapons around Daniel Jones. He's still making the same mistakes with costly fumbles and turnovers. He's still staring down his wide receivers. It's this year 3, and there hasn't been any improvements. So if he continues to fumble the ball, and interceptions, he didn't have any in week 1, but if he continues to turn over the football, we're not going to win many games. So my recommendation is realize that it's not going to work and move on. Washington football team is a quarterback away from being legit. And I mean a legit contender in the NFC, in the NFC East and NFC. Okay, that defense is really good, and they have some really nice weapons on offense. What's holding them back is quarterback. That rhymed, y'all. Hey. No, they need a quarterback, and that is it. I don't know if they're going to be able to get someone in the draft or if they're going to trade for someone, but Ryan Fitzpatrick went down with a hip injury. He's not the long-term solution, and Heineke is not the long-term solution. He may be good in the short, but how short? I only give it a few games. It's just not going to work. And the Chicago Bears, get Justin Fields in the game, all right? It's not going to work with Andy Dalton. If you guys are ready to see the Giants draft in the top 3 with your pick in this upcoming draft, sit back and continue to let Andy Dalton play. Not saying that Justin Fields is going to win you some more games. However, Andy Dalton is a veteran, and he looked terrible. Justin Fields, with the limited time on the field, looked better than him. So just do it. Justin Fields in the game. Put him in the game, guys. All right, y'all. So that was GM Hat with Waiver Wire Queen. Those were my takeaways from week 1 and some of my solutions and recommendations for some of these football teams out here that's not doing it right. All right, y'all. Y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to Waiver Wire Queen. Peace.